village of Kollengode is in the state of Kerala, at the southern tip of India. Sri, Society for Rural Improvement, which is synonymous with poverty alleviation and socio-economic empowerment of poor rural women, is located at Kollengode.
97% of the borrowers of Grameen Bank are women.
Dr. Prabhakar, the founder of Sri, is a Kerala, India-born U.S. citizen and a colleague of Dr. Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel laureate. Dr. Yunus has brilliantly conceived and meticulously executed the Grameen banking system for poverty alleviation and socio-economic empowerment of poor rural women around the world.
After more than 2 decades of academic service as a professor in US, I have relocated to the rural areas of Palakkad in India and embarked upon elevation of poverty. Our objectives are poverty alleviation and socio-economic empowerment of the poor rural women. Collateral-free microcredit is given exclusively to the poor rural women for economically viable and environmentally sustainable income-generating activities.
Let us take you through the hearts of villages to see the multitude of happy rural women whose lives have been touched and changed by Sri. The village of Pattancheri is in the midst of emerald paddy fields with butterfly pea flowers. The life of Santa, a physically handicapped and unmarried young lady who is a beneficiary of Sri, is amazing and unbelievable. In a male-dominant society where women like Santa are condemned and banished into oblivion, her miserable life, which depended upon a country radio, is now a history. She now leads a contented and happy life with her determination, dedication, and the financial help she received from Sri. I am Santa, a physically handicapped spinstress who is a beneficiary of Sri. 21 years ago, I took an 8,000 rupee loan from Sri and bought a cow. After 3 years, I had to sell the cow due to my elder sister's marriage. Subsequent loans were taken to make a new cow shelter and repair our home. Presently, I am a director of the Milk Society. I was honored with Farmers' Excellence. Now, I have 2 cows and 2 calves. The life moves on for Santa, a shining symbol of satisfaction in spite of the multitude of problems. There is a breeze of happiness around her. 60 years old Valsala, also from village Pattancheri, is another success story. She is an agricultural and dairy farm laborer. She became a beneficiary of Sri 18 years ago through her friend. Now, she has leased farmland of Sri, doing paddy cultivation, rearing about 12 cows, besides having a fish pond. 21 years ago, I took loan of 8,000 rupees and bought a cow, have educated my children, and family is maintained well. Son is a police officer, and daughter works with the dairy department. Village of Karippod is well known in Palakkad for its delicious snacks. Murukku is a traditional deep-fried snack made of rice and green gram. Sudha is a beneficiary of Sri for 19 years and is a tireless worker behind this venture. The product has an excellent market. With confidence, encouragement, and financial support from Sri, Sudha has expanded her business from the traditional handmade process to machine-based operation. I am taking loan from Sri since last 19 years. First, I took loan of 5,000 rupees. Then, I took 8,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, and more, and repaid. Now, I had taken 50,000 rupees for buying snack-making machines. My business is expanded with help of Sri and going in a good way. Now, I had given a job for 6 people. Behind this beautiful house is the sweat and toil of Prema from a small sewing and tailoring center. Widowed at a young age and below poverty line, Prema came to the village of Valluvakund, with her 2 children. Psychologically devastated and not knowing what to do, she saw the light of Sri at the end of a dark tunnel. 19 years ago, Sri provided her not only financial support, but also mental and emotional support. There is a growing list of Prema's students in the Sewing and Tailoring Center. Life of many rural girls revolves better when the wheels of sewing machines revolves. Prema and Sri are testimony for what women's empowerment is all about. Prema proudly stands as a guarantor for the loans of her students to buy sewing machines. First, I took a loan of 5,000 rupees and bought a sewing machine. Then, I took a loan of 7,000 rupees and bought a second machine, and a third one with more loans. I started a sewing and tailoring training center with 40 students. I took a loan of 50,000 rupees and completely repaired my home. I invested in the educating of my children, and they are now in a good position. I am grateful to Sri for inspiring and sheltering a widow at a young age. The story of Taj from village of Karugapara, a beneficiary for 17 years, is amazing. Due to diabetes, one of her legs was amputated. Sri not only financially supported her, but helped her in a rehabilitation process. Her faith in Sri is a constant source of inspiration to live with dignity by working without dependence. Her determination and dedication enables her to continue to be the leader of her unit. I am Taj, a beneficiary of Sri for 22 years. My first loan was 5,000 rupees. I convinced about 60 women to become beneficiaries of Sri.
Sri has started just with 20 beneficiaries in 1996. Now we have expanded our clientele base to more than 50,000 with 12 branches in 5 districts. From individual income generating activities, the women have now embarked upon micro-entrepreneurships such as ladies catering service, sewing and embroidery centers, agricultural and dairy products, marketing, etc.
In the busy town of Kollengode, today Amritavalli is standing tall with her flower business. Her life has blossomed like the flower garlands she makes, only due to Sri. 20 years ago, it was a different life story, like a fading bud. She was struggling to maintain her family in a rented house. Just like the flower garlands she makes, her life is intricately connected with the support of Sri. 20 years ago, I began my flower business with a loan of 5,000 rupees from Sri. Business progressed, and I am now maintaining my children and family very well. 14 years ago, Santa Kumari from the village of Payalur was struggling to make both ends meet. That is when she came to know from her friends about Sri. All fears about taking loans disappeared when she came to know 2 salient features of Sri loans: collateral-free and freedom to choose the income-generating activity of her choice. Sri provided her the infrastructure facilities to start a woman catering service without rent and utility charges. Sri subsidized 50% for the food for its employees, which substantially improved her business. We joined Sri 20 years ago, taking a loan of 5,000 rupees. Now, we have a catering business. We are running the canteen at Sri with 6 employees. Our business is a great success story. Lift operator Beena, a physically handicapped Sri beneficiary, could not believe when Sri staff told her Sri is looking for a physically handicapped lady to work as lift operator. In a traditional society where physically handicapped persons, especially women, are condemned, she was virtually in tears when she was offered the job. Being a widow, she suffered greatly to bring up her daughter, rearing milking goats. She does not wanted her daughter to suffer like her. Sri is instrumental to give proper guidance and financial help to her daughter's medical studies in Russia.
After my high school graduation, I like to become a doctor, and I got a chance to go to Russia, and it was such an excellent and real exciting experience. And now I'm like finished all my courses, like 6 years course, and now I would like to serve thousands of beneficiaries of Sri. And first of all, I would like to thank my mom, and then God, then Sri, who have like all my way through. They have helped me from first year to 6th year, and now they are helping. So thank you, Sri.
Sri, which has a humble beginning 23 years ago in 1996, with just 20 beneficiaries, has tremendously expanded to more than 50,000 beneficiaries, with a cumulative loan disbursement of 500 crore rupees, equivalent to $70 million approximately. The objectives of Sri is culmination of thousands of happy faces like these. The first step in Sri is to go to the villages and conduct meetings of orientation and education about Sri. Objectives and functions are described. The doubts are cleared and eligibility criteria clearly explained. Next step is to scrutinize the documents and give proper directions and guidance. They are assured their loan request shall be promptly and timely considered without any distinction of class, caste, marital status, age, political affiliation, etc. Loan processing is the next step, simple and straightforward. Contrary to conventional banking, procedures are simple, time-saving, prompt, transparent, and hassle-free. I am 70 years old senior citizen who took loan from Sri 22 years ago. I weave coconut tree dry leaves. My daughter-in-law is a teacher at Sri Vidyalaya, the school run by Sri. We are a happy family. Repayment of loan is made conveniently, once in a week in simple procedure. The hallmark of this transaction is Sri and beneficiaries work harmoniously, resolving any issues in a spirit of cooperation and consensus. The offices are spacious, with good infrastructure facilities, with more than 150 employees, predominantly young rural women. Board meetings are conducted at reasonable interval to evaluate the procedure and functions and take feedback. Here, user-friendly decisions are made for better customer service and performance.
Our last 2 decades of experience, research and study indicate that one of the significant reasons for rural poverty is lack of quality education to the poor rural children. From this perspective, we have established a primary school exclusively to the poor rural children, which is having up to 5th standard and about 600 students. Every year, one upper class is added, eventually to be upgraded into a high school.
Sri Vidyalaya is a sister concern of Sri for the academic empowerment of poor rural children. Mr. Kollengode Sridharan, renowned poet, writer, and Kathakali artist, is its founding chairman. Now, Sri Vidyalaya is under the leadership of Dr. Prabhakar. Dr. Sudhodhanan, trustee and retired deputy director of animal husbandry, celebrated academician, speaker, and social activist, is the pillar behind Sri Vidyalaya.
Our chairman, Dr. Prabhakar, being an educationalist, he felt that the immediate need of the society is money, but the next generation should be improved by quality education. So Society for Rural Improvement has initiated to start a very good educational institution, that is Sri Vidyalaya. Sri Vidyalaya is a sister concern of Sri, and we are providing free and fair education, quality education to children of rural women.
Yes, the objectives are value-based, quality modern education with CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education syllabus. Along with the poor children of Sri beneficiaries, it serves to the entire poor rural community.
Rich and very heritage.
Teaching methodology is based on the principle that a classroom is to be treated as a tryout place, more than a testing place. The gap between the teacher and student is reduced. Modern computer lab and audiovisual facilities are conducive to inspire the imagination. Environmental protection, classical and instrumental music and dance, yoga, sports, etc. are part of the extra curriculum to bring out their creative talents. These are not imposed, but offered as an opportunity to express and nurture their skills. Another hallmark is a beautiful, well-maintained children's PlayStation and amusement park. Clean and hygienic catering service and toilets are salient features of Sri Vidyalaya. To help students as their family members, there are aunties always with love and compassion.
Manikya veena mupalalayanti.
Every year, new kids are initiated into the world of learning by renowned teachers to begin their journey of education. The chairman presents the kids with educational kits. In an electronic media-dominated world, sports and athletics are given importance. Students participate with sportsmanship spirit in such games as football, basketball, badminton, table tennis, chess, etc. Objectives are a balanced mind in a healthy body. Medals and certificates are awarded to those who excel.
I am Adilya of 5th standard studying in Sri Vidyalaya. I won silver medal at national level taekwondo held at Hyderabad.
Besides regular school activities, free special tuition service is conducted to those weak students after school hours. At a time when education is becoming commercialized and expensive, this service is a great relief to the poor rural community. When profit-oriented commercial education threatens to shatter the value-based education, Sri Vidyalaya is a shingling example providing financial assistance and scholarship to poor and deserving rural students. Apart from library, clean drinking water, and vegetarian canteen, rainwater harvesting sump and biogas plant underlines the endeavor of Sri Vidyalaya to protect our environment.
The best investment of Sri that pays highest interest is education. Thus, women and children, the vital segments of our society, can contribute to the ongoing empowerment process. It is an inspiring example testifying nothing is impossible.